We are on review by the. Is this right? Yeah, we're just gonna knock out review by the Blackstaff. That's on our list. Again, area 250. Roger joins the formation. Changes the melee and range attacks deal no damage. That's fine. I mean, they're allowed to be in the party, and that's really all I care about. Because I want to make sure that we have speed effects. I'll bring a Gromma in this time. We're limited on our champions. Down by 1, so we're going to leave Grom out. We're just going to use Minsk as our DPS instead. Yeah. Yeah, Lydia. Yeah. That's great, right? Triple Nether East Steel is great for your Briv Gem Farm, right? I mean, you just set it up, right? And this isn't going to mess with it at all, right? Yeah, but hey, this is an important learning. This is an important lesson, right? Because you get to look at what your new 9 jump setup is and figure out what is the exact tweak I have to make when I get Briv in my weekly party, because it's always going to be Nether East Steel. So yeah, so you'll know. Oh, that's right. Minsk isn't doing any damage. My bad. Who's going to be my damage? Well, we don't really care. I guess it's just Orkira. Yeah, okay. Orkira DPS? I forgot about that. We might have to. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of Orkira, actually, is what we're going to do. We're going to put Gromma. And once we change Gromma, she's at 0 damage right now. Once we change her to Melsaph's arrow, she becomes a DPS that's functional in this place. There. That's better. That's better. I mean, we're going to click kill everything, but just in case, we need people that are actually... we need somebody to do something other than just sit there. All right, we got something done. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. 20 variants. Yay. Our currency I'm still not using. I don't think we're ever going to see that change at this point. It's just going to be corrupted gems, even though they're not useful for new players. This is rough. I don't know. I don't think anybody's. No, no one's able to damage this. No one except Gromma. Oh, this is rough. Oh. Yeah. Gromma's hitting it with some splash damage and the dot off of her Melf's acid arrow, and that's it. Woof. Woof. Yeah, look, if I could give everybody else the Astarian, I would. Do I have Lae'zel? No. No. I did not. This is epic, so I didn't get that giveaway. Didn't get that giveaway. I will get whatever the next giveaway is, because the next one will be on epic. The next one will be on epic. What are we up to? 18,260 gems. We'll get 500 here, so 18,760. We should be over 19,000 easily. Again, we're on our way to Armor Juniper. Armor Juniper is what we're shooting for. Can we get a speed? No. Nope. We got a blue potion, but it wasn't speed. I do have a blue potion of speed. I don't use those for anything less than 400 areas. Just feels like a waste. Feels like a waste on this account. Contracts. Small bounties. Tiny bubbles in... No. No, just completely went around it. God dang it. God dang it. It's not console giveaway time. If they've given away something on console, I think it only ever would have. I only remember maybe once, but I think it was a fever dream. I don't think it actually happened. Did it? I don't remember. Did it happen? I don't remember. I know what it's definitely not. It's definitely not a CNE launcher giveaway. Man. You ever played Graveyard Keeper? No. Mm-mm. No, what have I heard of that? Hold on. No doubt. Oh. Build and manage your own medieval graveyard. Oh, I mean, that sounds like hours of fun. All right, Lydia. Thanks for stopping by. Let me add it to my Steam wish list just so I remember. That's not how you do it, Carla. Neat. There we go. About this game, Graveyard Keeper is the most inaccurate medieval cemetery management sim of all time. Okay. Yeah. I'd say that, they did a good job of summing themselves up. One of you know who you are, right? One of you know who you are. Steam account doesn't even have the new inventory UI. Oof, yeah, I kind of figured it would take a while. It still hurts. I don't know why it takes them so long to push to their own client. I get having it be like last on your list or whatever, but What is it that causes it to take so long? If you're like a week behind, effectively, because that came out last Monday, right? Yeah, last Monday. So they're at least a week behind. Yeah, but I got a list of games. We got games lined up for once I'm done with the heavy lifting on this account. We got games lined up to play, but it's on the wish list to eventually play through. Looked interesting. We still gotta play Sons of Valhalla again. It's had like 15 patches since we played. I want to play Manor Lords again at some point. But probably just turn off the combat. Do the version where you don't have to do the combat stuff. So I don't care about that. I just want to build a town. I just want to build a town and do trade stuff. Yeah, no, Sons of Valhalla isn't for everyone, and I know it's kind of repetitive, and that's a lot of the stuff that they've been patching is like making things, more challenging and change a bit from level to level, and so. But I want to finish it, and I figured, as well finish it on stream. I'm trying to start off my main account. My main account won't finish calculating offline progress. Oh no. No. But yeah, Sons of Valhalla is kind of a very short and to the point game. Well, I don't want to say short, but I mean, it's shorter, to the point. It's not, it is what it is. I think it's interesting, but I wasn't like, this is ultra amazing. It's just like, I mean, they gave me a code for it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when we tested it out as a demo back in the day. So I wanted to see what it was like at launch. Okay, it's just stuck. Something going on with the clients, folks, so be wary of restarting. Be wary. Fans are kicking up. It's trying to calculate offline progress. At least I know it's doing something. Not sure I wanted to. Oh man. Idle Champions, why? I left it in an event run. I was working on variants last night. Oh, yeah. No, it's kind of getting to 1300 and it's stopping. So we're killing. Cool. Just gonna shut all that down. It's not worth it. Not worth it at the moment. We'll stream. I'll do it later, and it's not gonna be. It doesn't have to deal with everything running at once, trying to do whatever it's doing, and it may just skip offline progress and say forget it. We'll be back from the ad break in about 40 seconds. No, get back to chat. Man, have you been picking up electrons? 9. Okay. Slow and steady, I guess. And we're back. All right. How many champions have I unlocked? 39. Well, I have 39 total. If I come over here, I can go to champions, and I'm at 39. So you get the 12, core champions you start with, and then 27 on top of that so far. So far, completely free to play. This didn't have any giveaways or anything. So Wednesday will be at 40. Wednesday I'll be able to unlock Patron Straw. That's all I'm missing. Yeah, it's been pretty efficient. The new event system really, 5 champions in a month, right? A lot. Just from the event system. And then, whatever you get from your time gates. I'm at 6 time gate pieces right now, but I need 3 of those Wednesday. And then around Wednesday or Thursday, I should get my natural drop, which would give me 2. So it'll take me back up to 5, which means next Monday, so a week from today, I'll be able to do a time gate again. A manual time gate for anybody that I want. And that means speed champion. I'm leaning towards Whittle. I'm leaning a Whittle that way. I'm leaning a Whittle that way. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. How rough is free to play? Oh, not at all. It's not rough at all, in my opinion. This game is the friendliest free to play game I've ever played. Because none of the champions are behind a paywall. None of the adventures or variants are behind a paywall. You can actively go out. You're earning time gate pieces, and then you can just go actively choose whatever champion you want. There's nothing, out of the event champions, you can just pick whatever you want. You can figure out the strongest ones and have them in your team quickly. You have to chase the evergreens, but that's fine. But you can still chase them and get them. There's, So yeah, it's pretty great. Did I get the patron time gate pieces this week? I did. That's why we're at 6. Hey, Elvium. Hey, Harky. Took me 1 year to unlock all champions. Yeah. That sounds, yeah. I've heard that repeatedly from people. So, in and around that time period, as long as you're constantly playing. I think it's quicker. I think it'd probably be quicker now. But, under the old event system, around a year or so. 2022. Wow. So that was what happened in 2022. That's why we didn't get everything else. They did this is why we didn't get a speed blog. This is why we didn't get updates that were supposed to happen in 2022. It's because consoles got a giveaway. It's because consoles and mobile got. That threw the rest of the year off. That threw the rest of the year off. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the only one, though. I don't know. It hasn't happened enough to feel like it's something that happens regularly. So, I'll be honest. They said they've been working on performance stuff, especially for like consoles. I think is what they said. I think. And man, it needs. It feels like it really needs it. Like anything they can do to get the console experience closer to the Steam and Epic, like to the PC experience, I think would be great. Before they try to do another giveaway, and the same for mobile's always going to be problematic. Always. And they're not on Switch anymore. It's just Xbox and PlayStation. So that actually, makes it a bit easier. You don't have to worry about doing everything for Switch. Does cross-platform progression ever get discussed? It gets like the players ask about it, and they just had on Dev Insights recently. They just had a pretty like a much longer answer than I think they've given before, and ultimately it comes down to two things. One, the platforms don't like to share. Will they? Yeah, with the right contracts, those contracts are more in their favor than in the studio's favor. But with the right contracts, they'll share. And generally speaking, they don't like to share. So, it's really got to be worth it for a developer. It has to fit the kind of game they're making to allow you to just play it here and then go play it somewhere else. And that's not necessarily the case here. And the other thing too, like the second problem is it creates a lot of headaches. A lot of headaches for development on the development side. They did cross-platform play on one of their previous games and learned from that those aren't necessarily headaches they want to deal with the size of their studio. Not really worth it on their end to try to make that happen. Cross-platform play, like you can join in, like you can have people on different platforms in your trials group, yes, but that's because because we're not really playing together. It's asynchronous co-op, which means TLDR. You do your stuff, other people do their stuff. The data just gets pushed to the server, and you're playing cooperatively. So you can play with anyone on any platform in Trials of Mount Tiamat, which is like the raid for Idle Champions. But I can't be playing here on Epic and then pick up my phone and go play the same account in the living room. Right? Like some of us also play Raid Shadow Legends. I could play on the PC client. I can shut it down. I can go sit in the living room, or I used to be able to with my iPad. Now my iPad's too old to play Raid. And I used to play it in the living room, same account, instantly. Yeah. That's because Raid started out as a mobile game first, right? So now you can play it on PC because then they built a PC client and they built it specifically to be able to do that. Like they wanted you to be able to play all the time. They didn't want to lose any of their players, and a lot of their players were using like BlueStacks and stuff anyway to play on their PC. So they just built their own client. don't know that it's when they Black Widow. I don't think it's when they went to college. I think it's when they graduated and had to get a job. I think that's what it was. In college, you're still learning like the foundational stuff and like, oh yeah, this is the way things should be. And then you go out into the real world or the rest of the world. College is real. College is real. But yeah, then they go out into the workforce and they're like, oh, all this stuff we learn, nobody follows this. Nobody follows this. Hey, Dice Goblin. You can play on Steam now too. Wow, Baish, I didn't know that. Yeah, so they set themselves up to do cross-platform play because it makes sense for them, especially with their, they've got a live arena now where you're playing live against people. I hate it so much. Hate it so much. Yeah. So, it makes sense to be able to take it with you wherever you go. But Idle Champions was never really designed to do that. They would need a much bigger team to support, because all the patches would have to go out at once. They could never have, they got to make sure they squash all bugs because, before they push, it would slow down patches on PC or whatever, regardless of client. I mean, I don't know that there's much. I don't think you can get much slower than the CNE launcher gets patches, but it would slow down everything out like Steam and Epic. Because they could only patch on a schedule that matched with all the other, they all have to then patch at the same time. Which, if they were still on Switch, would be horrible because Switch really only allows one patch a month. Switch is not really made for live service games. Switch is made to take a game that is either feature complete when it's built and you just play it, or that patches every month or two. Oh yeah, Switch is problematic. Look, here's the rating. I do have a tier list for you folks, but it's the tears you cry. Here's the cry list, the tier list for consoles if you're a developer. Switch makes you cry the most. PlayStation is right after that, and then Xbox is right after that, and then PC. They're all fine for the most part compared to the rest, but in terms of the platforms they're going to make you cry the most, Switch is at the top because it's just so restrictive. Yeah, and then PlayStation, and then Xbox. That was my recollection. I haven't worked on a game, and I haven't been a part of a team that's had games on PC and Xbox recently. But when I did, yeah. And when you release multi-platform like that, man, those restrictions can make your player base on other platforms cry too. Because I remember with an MMO I was on, everybody was like, it was on consoles like Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and everyone was like, "Oh, we want this feature. Why can't you just make these like this larger? Let us do more of this." And they could never really, publicly state why, but the answer was because we're on console too. Console creates a gating effect, and PC can do all this other stuff, but they can only do up to whatever console can allow, and then they have to stop develop. They can't do anything that makes it so that it doesn't that couldn't work on console, even if you can do so much more on PC. So consoles in general can make you cry, but if what you gain out of it, if the player base is large enough, and you need interactive play, if you can have cross-platform play in the sense that everybody's interacting with everybody, for games that you need lots of people because the players are part of the content, It can be worth the headache. It can be worth the headache. Needs to be a hotkey to clear the field of champions. I mean, I would worry about somebody accidentally hitting a key and doing that personally, but maybe that's something that, I mean, once they've talked about before about maybe in the future, it's on David's wish list, is to have the time to do customizable UI, like, or keyboard, not UI, excuse me, customized key mapping, custom key mapping in the game. Wasn't built that way, but it's technically possible. That would be something for then, have something like, because right now it's just, hey, click on the bottom left, clear your formation. And it took us years to just get this, so I like it. But yeah, having a key to hit, I mean, I still think you'd have a key. I mean, but this is just, there's no customization for this. So. A chance to do maintenance this weekend? No, I'm waiting for them to ship me all the stuff I need to do maintenance. In fact, hold on. Now you reminded me to go check my shipping links and see if I've gotten an update. That's not it either. No. Here's, okay. View order. I ordered 4 items. It's coming in 3 boxes. This one says they can't find that tracking number. This one says a label's created. So those haven't left the facility yet. I don't know. That one just says label created too. Wait, what? Wait, what? One's... One has an estimated delivery date of May 15th, so Wednesday. The other 2 do not have estimated delivery dates. And this is problematic because the one that's already been shipped is the fill bottle and the fittings. But that doesn't do me any good without the tubing and the coolant that's in the other package. I doubt they're going to be here by this weekend. I'm upset. I should have ordered it from like Amazon or something. Amazon would have had it here faster, which is, I hate it. I hate it. I try to order directly from companies. But I end up paying for that and by having to wait. Longer than I would if I ordered from the other place. Hey, Dance Lover. I hope you're done with your migraine for today, too. Hail hydrate. You could divine an empty formation, Orcus. That's what people used to do. But now you can just click that button. Freely specializations. You should go with the most amount of champions affected or with the alignment of your DPS. It's technically neither. But if you're going to lean that way, if you're going to lean to one of those, it would be to the number of champions affected. What you actually need to know is the number of attacks that are going to land. You need to take into account multi-hit and AoE champions, because any enemy hit by someone that's getting freelies, that's spreading freelies, Luck of Yandala, like an AoE would put it on everyone. Multi-hits could put multiple stacks, So there's a little more to it than that. But if you're just going to default, you can default to the largest number. If you don't want to worry about all of that. Yeah, I mean, I've been watching. Yeah. It's. I tried to fire up my other client. It was having issues, so it's running a little warmer than I like at the moment. But overall, it's been fine. Hold on, let me go. Look. Yes, I do want to run that program that I just clicked on. Yeah, right now it's anywhere from the 50s to like the low 70s. It's a little warmer than I like, but it's not like it was before. I mean, remember, I was running the 70s and 80s, and yeah. So. But what? Try not to make it work too hard. Label created means it's been packaged and not shipped. Yes. Or it's been picked up and the carrier didn't scan it. That's worse. If it's picked up and the carrier didn't scan it, to me that's worse. Yeah. Normal rain, fair, cooled machines, and a load. Okay. Yeah, but it sped up and dipped into, like, because I just look around here and I had set my RGB colors to either be green, the yellow, and the red, and it was red earlier, and I was like, oh, when I was trying to start up the other client, so I just turned it off. I mean, look, if it all shows up on Wednesday, I'll be super happy. Yeah. I still don't know if I would do that. Still don't know if I would do maintenance. Like, I definitely wouldn't do maintenance Wednesday night because I got a stream I got to do Thursday morning. I still feel like I wouldn't do maintenance until Sunday. I get both the C&E streams out of the way, do it on Sunday, and then if I can't do some of my own streams for a couple days, fine. We're for manufacturing label created. We're running late, but one of the customers think we weren't. Wow. Getting my old PC ready means I need to unhook one of these monitors and hook that. I need to clean that out completely. Unhook one of these monitors, hook it up, fire it up, switch basically switch. I don't have second sets of things, so everything's got to unhook from this computer and get hooked up to that computer, and then it's like I need to order a monitor. No, I have 4 here. My old one is attached to my mother's computer. I don't need another one. I always said if I got a new monitor, it would need to be like an upgrade to one of these, like a quality upgrade. Okay, I used to have a KVM switch long time ago. I got rid of it. It was back when I ran 2 computers at once when I was playing Star Wars Galaxies. I literally had 2 computers and 2 monitors with a KVM switch to go back and forth between them while playing. And then I just finally got upgraded to a computer that was good enough I could run, well, I could run 2 clients at once on the same computer, and then I got rid of all that. Yeah, I just don't need another. I don't need another monitor sitting. I just don't. I just don't want it. I don't want another thing in the house. Originally, I had the way I'd set all this up, the way I had thought about setting this up was to have this computer be my gaming computer, and then to fire up that computer and have it be the streaming computer and run everything through it. I just decided not to do that, though. I didn't really want 2 computers running at the same time in this room. This room gets warm enough. I just felt like that's pushing it. That's pushing it way too much. Just for my comfort level sitting in this room. Yeah, Dzior, I used to use a program that I had my computer and a laptop, and the keyboard and mouse would work to run both. I think it was something like that. If it wasn't that one, it was a program that was like that would let you basically, you ran the software on both and then could link them and run them from one keyboard and mouse. Yeah, 250 may have been reviewed. May have been reviewed. God dang it. Epic achievements.